This is Matt from the Dice of the Round Table. With me is
Jesse,
my lovely wife from the Round Table as well. And right before this, you should have saw this flash. We're still running up to 200 subscribers or likes on Facebook for a giveaway of some goodies. So please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comments, go ahead. I do respond. So what this is, we're talking about co-ops, top 5 co-ops. That's what we did. We made our list separately. And so I don't know her order except for her number 1. And she probably has no idea what my number 1 is. Before we start, though, this will not be on the list. Why is this not on the list?
because you can only play it once.
No, 24 times maybe if you're really bad.
Well, but I mean, you can only play through the scenario essentially one time.
Oh, but wait a minute. How many gameplays of this do we have logged? Over 40?
Well, that was 2 different people. Well,
We did this as couples games with some people.
yes.
So
Last
But-
time we didn't finish.
this would probably be top on our list
Yes.
if we counted it.
If we counted it.
And if you've not checked out Pandemic Legacy Season 1, you need to. It's awesome.
We're actually thinking about seeing if our kids will join us and we can do it again.
Yes, again, so we can finally play Season 2 with someone because we have yet to be able to play Season 2. So, with no further ado, number 5. You want to go first, my lady?
Sure. Why not?
What's your number 5?
My number 5 was Tiny Epic Tactics. It's a really fun game. We have yet to win, but it feels like it could be doable at some point. I won't mind trying again. But I like the boxes and how they go on the board, and it's kind of like 3D world, and it was a lot of fun.
My number 5, can you hand me that one back there, Imperial Assault?
It's not cooperative.
She says it's not cooperative. Imperial Assault. This is the Return to Hoth. This would probably be higher on my list if we had more expansions and actually played more often. It is cooperative with the app.
Oh.
With the app, very cooperative. I do enjoy my Star Wars games. I did not collect it all. I am very sad that FFG kind of stopped their support for this. You can still pick up expansions for it, but if you're a Star Wars fan and you want to have fun, I would love to have seen them do one thing with the app, which was play an Imperial version where you can play as Imperial officers as characters, because there's characters they made in expansion packs. I do kind of wish they did that. Would have went right in line with the storyline of Battlefront 2. Inferno Squad would have been perfect, or just make Inferno Squad and you're fighting against Empire and Rebels. Spoiler if you not played that. Anyway, so Star Wars Imperial Assault is my number 5. What's after 5? 4. And your number 4 is? Oh, she can't remember.
I can't remember.
I wrote mine on paper. Don't need technology. That's all the way over there.
Oh, it's right here.
No, you're number 4.
Oh, yep.
That's over there. She doesn't even know her list.
I was going the wrong way.
Yes, you were.
So this is my number 4. I love Cthulhu, and I've learned that when you do Cthulhu, I expect it to feel like you're investigating something in a house or a town. This is investigating a town, and you're working together to complete goals, and it's just hard enough that sometimes you lose and sometimes you win. But the characters and you play and their special powers, I feel, are really balanced, and they're a lot of fun.
All right. Arkham Horror by FFG. My number 4 is this big dice.
Oh my gosh.
Mansions of Madness. Yes, FFG again. Anyway, Mansions of Madness, awesome. App-driven co-op, requires the app. Arkham does not. This is 2nd edition. We have now probably 4 expansions for this. And it's number 4 on my list. I do enjoy it. If you follow my Facebook and Instagram, I've posted pictures of it being fully painted. And it's been fully painted now, which is awesome. The biggest struggle is sometimes there's too many red herrings, and it just beats you up, which is a good thing in a co-op. Number 3. Number 3.
Yeah,
Technology.
Yeah,
again.
Again. What's your number 3?
Okay, she wants me to go first. Number 3. I want Arkham.
You want Arkham.
My number 3 is Arkham Horror. Again, Cthulhu, a little bit more epic. This is almost guaranteed to be 2 hours or so for gameplay, whereas Mansions could be less than that. And so I do like this a little bit better than Mansions because I feel the story and the variability, like you can know what's going on with the archive. I think that's what it's called. The archive, which is driving your story. So if you've played the same scenario, but I feel like the characters each are giving you a lot more variability than Mansions because you're getting different upgrade cards and some other aspects that can tweak it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so mine is Pandemic the Cure. It's dice, lots of dice, and I love it just because it's dice. So you're trying to cure just like you would in the board game, but there's just 6 continents that you hop around between instead of there being an entire board, and it's still really tough. The game still beats us sometimes. The medic doesn't even always help you like in the other game. So I really enjoy this game.
Number 2.
Well, for me, that's this one. Ouch.
Got it.
So I'm not into Marvel that much. I really don't like Marvel characters. I like X-Men though. And so this game, when you're playing it, you really feel like you're the X-Men and you're trying to beat up villains and their henchmen. And I really enjoyed playing it, and trying to find the cards that synergize together is not always easy. So it's got just enough toughness in it while you're still working with the other person.
Marvel Legendaries. This is the only Legendary system we have.
It is.
My number 2, I'll take the Cure. See, my games that are on her list are slightly higher than her list. Pandemic the Cure. It is wonderful. The main thing of why this is so high on my list is length of gameplay.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't take forever.
It doesn't take, it's 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes for us. And if it's going bad, it's going to go bad and be over in the next 15, 20 minutes if we see the train's going to be smacking into the wall. Mansions, I sometimes get that feeling about halfway through that, like we just played it last night on Mansions, halfway through, and it's, this is bad, we're not going to do this one. And we didn't.
No, we didn't.
But that was playing for another 45 minutes to almost an hour. And knowing that we were just having fun exploring the scenario so we can gain information for the next time we play that scenario. Even though they do change things up. This, once it's going bad, maybe a Hail Mary on the dice to fix it, but it's going to be over and it'll be spectacular on how it all ends. And then you can just do it right then and there again and get 2 games in.
Yeah, setup's really simple, really easy.
So yes, this is very high on my list because of the easy setup, easy to get out, 1, 2, 3, and you're constantly having fun rolling a whole bunch of dice for the infection or for your character. That's my number 2. And number 1...
Okay, it was lower on his list. It's Mansions. It's my favorite game. I just like it because you're investigating the house and trying to search things, and now that we have painted characters, they look amazing on the board. And I just enjoy the feel of going through the houses and exploring. Yesterday, I really wish we had weapons, but...
We did have weapons. Oh, wait a minute. I had 3 weapons.
You had all the weapons.
I had a gun, I had a fire extinguisher, and I had the...
You had a pistol, I thought.
No, I had like a razor.
Yes. So either way, but this is still my favorite game. Because I love how it changes up every time, so you can replay the same scenario and it will be varied a little bit and it feels like you're playing a different thing. Or if you play with friends that you haven't played with before and you do the same scenario, it's not just a repeat. So this is my favorite game.
And if it's ever something we play that we kind of have an idea with someone, we don't make any decisions.
Well, that goes with Legacy too.
Yeah, we don't make the decisions.
We don't make the decisions.
And the other people are like, but what? We're not making any decisions. We've already done that once. This is your turn. So that's your number one.
That's my number one. What's your number one?
My number one, this is now 2020. It will probably change in a year. Is Marvel Legendary. This is my number one because I did not know my wife was going to enjoy this as much as she did. We played Thunderstone Advance. We bought everything. Thunderstone Advance is no longer, everything but Illuminera.
Yeah.
Or Numenera. We bought everything except for that one set. We had it all. I gave it to a friend. And we did not have a deck built. We had Dominion a little bit. We had Pathfinder, the card game. But my wife does like card games. She likes deck builders a lot. So we bought this at a game flea market on a whim. I was like, I always kind of want to just try it. And for the price, I couldn't disagree with it. And she said, okay. And when we finally got to play with, 4 months after I bought it, and then she's like, no, I want to play it again. I want to play it again. I want to play it again. I want to play it again.
Now we're waiting for sleeves to come.
Yes. Maybe I'll do a video on the COVID and shipping and Amazon and the love that there is between those three. But that's a totally different one. And why are we sleeving this? Because actually when I bought it, it was already sleeved. And so instead of unsleeving everything, we were just deciding to sleeve everything as we got it.
Because you use the cards enough, and it's just nice to have that little bit of extra there.
So I grew up on the 90s X-Men. I'm not normally a superhero. I like some of the things. We don't go see the Marvel Cinematic Universe in theaters. That's not us. But this just feels like superheroes going after bad guys.
Which is nice.
Yes. And so very thematic. Mechanisms work. We're going to do some exploration in Fantastic Four and X-Men as soon as we get them sleeved out of the base game. But this is my number one currently because, yes, she wants to play it. It's got really good mechanics, and we don't worry about the score because I do feel like that's a flaw. Like when we were talking about the scoring and the beating of that seems like a flaw. Thunderstone, I like that cooperative scoring to see who was the better person doing the beating because... But
you always beat me.
But it was if you got your engine going.
I could never get my engine going.
Well, that's a different discussion. But in Marvel, we both get the engine going, yes. But it just comes down to who can get there and the point scoring. Yeah, I'm not so short on, but... We play a cooperative. We win or we lose. Straight story. We don't worry about all that. So that's our top 5 cooperatives. What?
Here's my honorable mention. Scrabble.
Okay. You got to explain why now.
I do. So we don't keep score for Scrabble. I just enjoy putting the tiles on the board and creating words. And since we don't keep score, it ends up becoming just see how much the two of us can actually fill the board up with actual words. So that's my honorable mention because I have fun doing that.
I call it an activity then.
It is an activity.
So, any last thoughts?
I don't think so.
Okay. So that's our top 5 cooperative games. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, give comments if you want to see more of her on the videos. We had some cool comments, appreciation for her thoughts. That got her to want to do more. So please, more comments, more her. Anyway, this is Matt and
Jesse
signing out from the Ace of the Round Table. Thanks.